What's going on there, everyone? This is a remarkable story. Judge indicted in Massachusetts for refusing to allow undocumented immigrants to be detained. Okay, so a judge is not going to uphold the law. Neat. Neat. Let's read about this a little bit here. A state judge in Massachusetts was indicted Thursday for refusing to allow ICE to take custody of an undocumented immigrant, according to court papers. Judge Shelley M. Richmond Joseph, that's a long name. It should have, in quotations, a D behind it, just to make it more clear what we were dealing with. Natick was charged in the case along with a court officer, Wesley McGregor, 56, of Watertown. In court on Thursday, the judge and court officer were released after appearing. The undocumented immigrant is in deportation hearings, but not in custody. Imagine that. He's still not in custody. From all of my past experience, and the past experience of others that I know, uh, yeah, if you're entering the United States, first off, is a felony. If you're charged with a felony, generally you're held in jail until your court hearing, generally speaking. Especially, you would imagine that would be like concrete if you're an illegal immigrant. You would think that would be just something that has to happen. It would be mandatory that you be held in a detention facility of some sort until your court hearing, instead just free to roam around. But our system's terribly broken. Terribly broken. Alright. The allegations in today's indictment involved obstruction by a sitting judge that is intentional interference with the enforcement of federal law. Imagine that. And that is a crime. Duh. That's retarded to even say that. Said U.S. Attorney Andrew Lilling. We cannot pick and choose the federal laws we follow or use our personal, it should have said political views, to justify violating the law. That's one thing that the left is known for. They use their political views to violate the law and get away with it all the time because feels. It's retarded. This is ridiculous. This is the ridiculousness that is happening in America in 2019. It's a clown world, people. That meme, old Pepe meme, was flawless and exact. According to officials, police in Newton arrested a suspect on March 30, 2018 for being a fugitive on narcotics charges. Officials discovered that the suspect has been deported twice, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement issued a detainer. He wasn't supposed to come after being deported twice, he wasn't supposed to come back to America till like 2028 or something like that, but yeah, he still did. That shows, no, there's no issue at the border. It's fine, even though this guy's been kicked out twice and had narcotics charges, and he still got back in, no problem. Yeah, but the border's fine. Get the hell out of here. This is ridiculous. On April 2nd, 2018, a plainclothes ICE officer came into the district court in Newton to take custody of the suspect and was told to wait in the lobby. But during the course of the proceedings, Joseph allegedly arranged for the suspect, his lawyer, and interpreter to leave through a different exit, escorted by McGregor. The actions of the judge in this incident are a detriment to the rule of law and highly offensive to the law enforcement officers of ICE who swear an oath to uphold our nation's immigration law, said Tom N. Lyons, the acting field director of ICE in Boston. The defendant, who's not identified by name in court documents, had previously been deported twice from the U.S., officials said. According to court documents, Judge Joseph arraigned the undocumented immigrant facing deportation on those charges, but later in the day she recalled his case. At that point, according to court documents, Judge Joseph asked the ICE director to wait outside the courtroom while the proceedings took place. First off, he shouldn't have did that. He just should have been like, no, I'm going to stay because I'm allowed to stay. Anybody can be in the courtroom during proceedings as long as you're in a proper attire and not causing a scene. That's how it goes. The indictment includes court transcripts from the hearing which took place on April 2nd, 2018. ICE is going to get him. ICE is going to get him. Question mark. She asked the defendant's attorney before turning off the court's recorder, which the indictment said is a violation of Massachusetts court rules. According to the government, 52 seconds later, court recordings were turned back on. The court clerk then asked the judge if she wanted to let the ICE officer back in because he was set to visit the lockup portion of the jail. She declined and lets the unidentified subject go. That's fine. I'm going to allow them to come in here, but he's been released on this, she says. The court officer, who is also charged, asked if he is released. The judge says yes. He is, defense attorney, asked if the interpreter can accompany him downstairs to further interview him. And I've allowed this to happen, she continued. After that, the government says without the knowledge of the ICE officers, McGregor released an alleged suspect out the back door. The government alleged and said that defendant Joseph and the defense attorney discussed devising a way to have AS avoid being arrested by the ICE officer. So, wow. That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold. That is very bold. Very illegal. And this is a person who has sworn an oath to uphold all of our laws. Ay. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Courthouse. Blah, 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 blah. I tell you what. This is crazy. I love this line. Immigrant advocates and experts say ICE's courthouse arrest can intimidate potential witnesses and compromise the judicial process. That's bullshit. We have stuff set up to where if you're an illegal immigrant who witnessed something like a crime or something, you are protected from deportation. That's already in place. This is bullshit. I don't know what these immigrant advocates are telling these illegal immigrants, because they're obviously fear-mongering to them, and they're pandering, and they're just making these people terrified to go with the law. This is ridiculous. They say they're trying to help them. They're not. They're doing exactly the opposite. They're really hindering these people. When the allegations first surfaced, Governor Baker told the Boston Globe that the judge should be removed from the hearing, or from hearing criminal cases pending an investigation into her contact. Look, judges are not supposed to be in the business of obstructing justice, Baker said. Judge Joseph was not reachable for comment. Now, wow. This is incredible. This is the type of stuff that we as a nation are facing. We are facing people that are in the system, sworn to protect the system, completely going against it because of their political beliefs. She should be disbarred. What's that guy's name? I don't know his name. I think his channel is The Amazing Lucas. But I agree with a statement he made where he believes everybody that was in that courtroom should be disbarred. Everybody. The defense attorney, the prosecutors, every single person that was in that courtroom when this happened should be disbarred and removed from their job and should not be able to get any of the benefits from that job. This is ridiculous. This is the type of stuff we're dealing with. This is crazy. I mean, we have now, because of leftism, judges are committing crimes because they think it's right, because they feel it's right. My feels. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Hopefully I'm really hoping that this judge and the bailiff or whatever he was that helped escort him out, I really hope they face a nice, hard criminal prosecution, because this is ridiculous. It really is. We have laws for a reason. They're to obey. You know? Without laws, you can't have freedoms. It's a weird way how it works. It's a weird situation how that works, but it works. It works great. So, I don't know. I think this is ridiculous, and it really shows that the American values and the rules and laws just don't matter anymore to the left. They will circumvent them to do whatever they need to do to further their social justice warrior type of cause. I don't know. I would love to hear y'all's comments on this one, this particular case. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.